Tacy, checking in for another Tea and Things. Always chilling with my lovely co-host.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here, and we got to get into some tea and some things because we got some stuff to talk about. And you guys make sure you send your comments, concerns, and questions because we
Yes,
want to know.
yes, 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 yes,
All right. Well,
yes.
I'm gonna break us off with a little celebrity news, a little celebrity tea, and we don't have a bunch of bad stuff tonight.
A bunch of fabulous stuff, actually. Let's get
Yeah.
into it.
All right. So we are going to say congrats to the lovely, beautiful Kiki Palmer.
Love her.
She does have a new TV network called Key TV.
That's right.
So she'll be probably looking for content. Now y'all don't quote me on that and be dropping my name and all that.
Hey, listen, Kiki, if you hear us, Kiki, are you hear me? Are you riding? Yeah, we need to ride with you, sis.
Yeah, but that is a great accomplishment. It is very well deserved. She has just been
And she's only like 28 years old, man.
she is a sweetheart. You could just tell her spirit is just so
Yeah, she's very animated, that's for sure.
yeah. Yes. She did she do TLC? Yeah, she did, right?
Yeah, but she was chilly.
Yeah, she did so good.
Yeah, she was
I was
chilly.
chilly for your birthday party. Was it
You were not
I
chilly.
was,
You were T-Boss.
I was T-Boss.
She was drinking too much. She don't even remember which character she was.
Hey, I was one of them.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So also we had the BET Awards here in Hotlanta.
Child. Hot Cumberland, really.
A lot going on. It was a good weekend. The
Yeah, it
weather
was.
was beautiful.
I think they had an ASCAP convention out here, too. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So a lot was going on in the A.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. People getting out, enjoying the weather, enjoying a good time. Good time.
Oh, yeah. The ladies of Tea and Things was having a good time, too.
And
what's wrong with our producer? Why is face frowning?
And we are also going to say woo woo to my big brother. Well, is he my big brother? Because he only like a year or two older than me.
Wait a minute now. Who we talking
about?
Big
Tigger. He took us back to Rap City.
When?
At the BET Awards.
Oh, see, I didn't even watch it.
Yeah,
so
it was kind
I don't even know
that theme, and he took us to Rap City. You know, which we all know that he did back in the day.
Rap City, I thought he did in the basement.
He started in the basement.
Oh, okay.
And then he did Rap City.
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't know the history, boo. So hook me up and tell me.
Yeah, he did rap.
I was not in the rap back then.
Oh my God, you didn't watch Rap City?
No, I did watch him when he was in the basement, though.
He was fabulous in the basement.
I did watch him when he was in the basement, and I was like, oh, okay.
He is, I will honestly say,
just as nice in person as he is on TV, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, he's a sweetheart. I mean, he's my brother. But he is like one of the hardest working people I know. I always ask him, how do you do it at our age? I ain't gonna shoot it out there, but that man will go from doing a morning show to
the club at night,
yeah,
to the Hawks game.
I mean, he's the DJ for the Hawks. He's the DJ for the Falcons. I think he works the Braves too. How the hell, Tigger? Call me up. Tell me how you do it. I know I always ask you, but I need answers, real answers.
Right. not them fake.
But I know when I get home, I'm like,
right, that part.
Okay, so, speaking of the BET Awards, the blogs have been blowing up.
Okay.
Because
who's been winning?
Well, I ain't talking about winning. I'm talking about dancing.
Who was dancing?
People not liking the way Lil Kim, Mary J, and Genuine dance anymore.
Girl, they was roasting Genuine. I said, oh, Lord. Oh, and I used to love Genuine, y'all. So you know, I am just like so hurt that people are not loving his genuine magic. Okay, they are not feeling it. No way, no how. There are too many memes out there, and I'm just like,
But
oh
why are they coming for
no,
Little Kim? I thought she could dance.
girl. Somebody told me that Lil Kim looked like a Chinese man. I'm not gonna say who.
But you know
I'm
what?
just gonna say that someone said it.
Honestly, I can, and I could be wrong,
Okay.
but I just think that when she speak and like just following her career, like she has a good spirit, a good soul. She seems like a
Um,
nice girl. No,
no.
nasty when she rap, but like a
She
nice
seemed
girl.
like she was the side chick.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with her personality as
No,
a
I
person.
mean like her personality. She seemed like a side chick. That's how her
I don't
personality
know how
seems to
your
me.
personality could seem like a side chick, but okay.
Let me tell you. So this is how you know. Because like the way, like the disrespectful way that she will talk about like the main relationship. That's one thing I never like was feeling about her. Like I understand you do what you do. You could be who you want to be. I ain't saying all of that. But what I'm saying is like don't flaunt it. Like you making a married lady look crazy.
Well,
I mean, well the man making the lady look
yeah,
crazy.
that part.
But she not
But
she's adding to the fuel.
But besides that, I'm saying like when she speak, when she thank her audience, I ain't talking about her love life. I'm talking about just her. She seemed like a genuine sweet lady. I could be wrong. Okay. I mean, hey, I like Lil
But
Kim. I rock with you, girl. I rock with you.
I mean, I heard that Biggie wrote a lot of her raps, so that probably wasn't even real, no way.
Yeah.
So
Hey, look,
who knows who she was?
I look at the raps. I mean, that was back then. Look at the raps today. Everything is.
Girl,
You better listen.
and everybody got a ghostwriter. Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody right now on rap these days.
All right, and I don't know why they're coming for Mary's dancing because I like the way Mary danced with the boot
I
and
mean,
the leg and
first
it
of
looked
all,
like she marching. You go, girl. Mary, I like
mean,
it.
I feel like Mary is always Mary. I mean, she gonna do what she do. You know.
Y'all need to just get off the
So
bus
let me
and leave
ask
them
you.
alone.
So what happened? Did they do I Can Love You or something? And Mary and Lil Kim was on
I
that?
don't know. The blogs is just.
I'm gonna have to
Lil
see.
Kim did her little thing.
I'm gonna have to see what they was talking about. Did she get a lifetime achievement award or something? I'm trying to understand why they was both on the stage dancing when there's so many new artists out right now. Like, tell me why they was on the stage dancing for somebody to be.
They took us back to Rap City.
Look, for somebody to be talking junk. I'm just trying to understand what happened.
Baby, you know the trolls is always gonna come.
Listen, I will be putting that on play tonight for me to fall asleep on. All right.
And moving on. He never disappoints. He's always crazy. Kanye. He's going mad again.
What did Kanye? Girl, I'm tired of Kanye.
Child, Kanye decided at his fashion show he was gonna wear a White Lives Matter shirt.
Girl.
And of course, our
But you know why he might be saying that? Because his children have white.
well,
Maybe that's why he's saying it.
Well,
I'm trying to just give you some grace, Kanye.
Of course, Candace Owens was cheering him along right there with him, and we all know she's
whoop whoop. First of all, Candace has just been looking for some reason to get herself back in the news. So this was the perfect opportunity.
Where's Cardi B? Because Cardi B set her ass down for a second.
That part.
And so apparently, well, I shouldn't say apparently. This is
fact.
This is factual information.
Fact, not fiction, people. We can't even make this stuff up.
But Jaden Smith was was a part of the show. And because Kanye wanted to rock his White Lives Matter, he decided to walk out on the show. He didn't support it. He didn't want to be a part of it. And Kendall Jenner supports him. That's her good friend. You know, they modeled together and all that good stuff.
So
And
what did she do? She walked out too?
no, she wasn't a part of it, but she said she
Oh, she said
supports.
she supports Jaden
Yes,
and his decision to walk out.
right. And I mean, I think it's really cool that he made his own decision. And
I
if he
know
didn't
that
like something,
that's true.
he didn't support it.
And I still haven't forgiven his daddy. So we're not, they're releasing a new movie. What is on Netflix?
Apple TV.
On Apple TV for Will Smith. And so when I saw the post, I definitely put an angry face up. I ain't over it yet.
You're not forgiving
I
his
am
daddy.
still mad with
Well,
you.
hey, we still support him because he is a young man out here working.
Who?
Jaden Smith.
Oh yes, we support you, Jaden.
Yeah.
Now your daddy.
You don't have nothing to
Now,
do with the backhand your daddy did.
Now your daddy. I ain't full of it.
Well,
Yeah.
we are going to get into our topic of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You guys definitely send us some comments because I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So, the question at hand is, can you fall in and out of love? Can you be in love,
then out of love,
fall out, and then
then
fall back in?
and then fall back out? Like, how many times can you do that before it's actually over?
But I don't know that you can.
And can you stay with a person if you like? Okay, so when you first fall in love, it's like a complete honeymoon stage. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that they can do wrong. There's nothing that they can say wrong. Like their shit smells like roses. And you just loving every minute they fart. You laugh. It's great.
His fart smell delicious.
And then 2 years later, you like I love you because we done went through some ish. But I ain't in love with your ass. Get out my face.
So can you stay together if you're not in love? That's a serious question here. Because I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. I agree.
But how do you swing it? Because when you don't have those feelings or whatever for someone, I feel like you're trying to force it and it comes across as force.
Yeah.
Like like all those stages you just talked about, where I look at you and mesmerize,
right,
are gone. So,
and can you get it back?
I always wondered that because,
well, okay, so and this is what I think. I think that all relationships go through stages, but one thing that I will say is that you can't become lazy in being in a relationship, because I think that sometimes the thrill of the chase, the thrill of conquering that person that you sat out to get with, you were sending them roses and telling them that they were beautiful and doing all these special things for them. And then, 2 years down the line, you just ain't doing that no more. You wake up and you just be like, hey, but you still want, the romance and the fire and stuff like that. So I think that you have to, even when you are in a committed relationship, I definitely think that you still have to date. You got to try to spice it up. You got to try to do things that you would have done back then to still feel like you're pursuing that person. Because I think that some of it is that people get complacent in their relationships. Now, the thing is, I think relationships, they change and they grow over time. So what may have worked 2 years ago may not work now, because they're at a different phase in their life. And so in growing with that person, I do feel that their wants and needs change, and you have to make sure that you are learning your mate, because you're going to be in a constant evolution of learning them. is you're never gonna fully know somebody from day one.
That's
So it's
true.
like they're constantly changing, and you got to be willing to change with them and know their wants and their needs, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, all of that stuff. So I think that that plays a part. So I think you can be in love, and then, things may happen that, you're not so infatuated with them. And then they do something, they work hard, or they switch it up, or you switch it up, or whatever. And that love can come back stronger as ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robin says, was it ever really love or was it infatuation? And I think sometimes that is the situation. Okay. I think a lot of times that is the situation.
Yeah, because a lot of times people fall in love with the way you look, or the way you dress, or the way your hair was, or the kind of car you were driving, or the type of money that they thought that you had. And so all of these things are so attractive to them. And then, a couple of months down the line, you realize it wasn't that. Have you ever like met somebody and
Well, I don't think you fall in love with somebody with the car and this and that. Like,
I don't know though, I
you,
have known some people to do it. And it's like, if that person falls destitute, or down on their luck or whatever, then it's like they looking at them all sideways, like, you ain't the dude I fell in. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. I think that, yeah, that could play a part,
Because
certainly.
think about it like this: if you got somebody who's always whining and dining you, right? And then y'all get into the relationship and you realize that they were actually maxing out their credit cards to make this happen. Then you looking at them like, I don't know if I like that about
But I
you.
think that when you love somebody, when you're in love, so that's where the line is. Loving somebody and being in love with them
And then
is two different things.
being infatuated.
Right. So I think when you talk about the material things and they go away and then all the
Well,
love and the lust go away, that's infatuation.
but you got to realize a lot of people out there are
Yeah.
extremely materialistic. And not all love is so deep as people think. Like, there are more shallow people than not.
Well, and then there's another level too. There's certain people out there that I wouldn't say that they're extremely materialistic, but I would say that they have standards. And I'll speak for myself. Like me, I have standards. So probably if somebody tried to talk to me, if they're kind of like, especially at my age,
Right.
you got to kind of have A, B, C, and D. Like, I'm not trying to, raise nobody. Not
And
at my
that's a
age.
fact, Jack.
Not
And
at
that's a
my
fact,
age.
Jack.
Not at my age. But I don't know. But I wonder because I'll see people say, I mean, I guess you can fall in and out of love because think about, I mean, I know married couples that have gotten divorced and gotten remarried.
Yeah.
I guess that's in and out of love. You got
I
to be
mean,
in
yeah.
love to get back.
Or people who break up and get back together.
Yeah.
They break up, they be gone. They break up for a year, and then you see them all of a sudden, and y'all back in love.
Bring that old thing back.
Bring that thing back. Roll that thing all the way back, right?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you be in love and fall back in love and fall out of love? I mean, I've heard couples tell me that, well, I wouldn't say couples, one party, probably one person in the relationship
Right.
say, oh, I'll be like, I thought you said you wasn't in love with him no more. All of a sudden I'm back in love with him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
However that works.
I mean,
It works.
I think it's like I said, even when you're in a relationship, you still going through things. You know what I mean? And so people can get turned off by that.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't want to be with you. It's just that I ain't in love right now because all that you doing right now, that is not, I ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? But it's not like I don't want to be with you. And yes, I do love you, but I ain't all up on you.
So there's the thing. Yes, I do love you. No, I'm not in love with you.
Right.
But you can fall back in love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that I think you can. I mean, but okay, so what do you constitute as being in love versus I love you, though, I guess.
Oh, there's a big, huge difference.
So when you in love, what does that mean?
Like you're in love.
Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that is the in love part the physical thing, or
No, I just think that being in love is definitely all those feelings you were saying, and like um what Robin said, ride or die for them. Yeah. That's a part of being in love, because you could have a best friend, a guy friend, or uh, a guy could have a
and
best.
not feel romantic towards
Right.
them?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You just love them. Like,
Right.
that's
That's
my
like
homie.
that's my dude.
Yeah, like, yeah, I have plenty of those.
Right.
I ain't in love with y'all asses.
Right. I just love you
Not
because
at
you're
all.
just cool.
Love you because you my brother.
Right. Because I love you through the love of Christ.
Right. But I
but
certainly ain't
but
in
I
love.
ain't in love with you. I ain't trying to like smooch up on you or nothing.
You know, well, I shouldn't even say this on the show, but I have one of my brothers,
Okay.
okay,
One of your
that I
brothers.
certainly love,
Your
but I
brothers.
always say to him,
I love you.
hell no. I say to him,
Oh.
I could never date a man like you.
Oh
And then
Lord.
I say some other violent words that got the
Oh.
word.
Oh my goodness.
I might have to pull my blick out on him. I ain't gonna say that on my show.
Oh Lord, your black. Oh
If I
Jesus.
dated something like that.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so
No, but I think being in
ooh.
love, like, you would die for him.
Okay, so Zuri says sometimes you have to love somebody or almost lose them to realize you really love them. Now that is factual information.
Yes, ma'am.
That's true, 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 true.
Yeah. When they on their way out the door, or they on their deathbed, you be like, I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I
Sometimes
knew it.
you gotta throw up the deuces, and then some people realize what a good thing they had and how
Yeah.
much they really love you.
Yeah, and I think that that being in love, it does start from within, but it still does stem from the way in which you're interacting with your mate.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, I think a lot of it is, if you're being ignored all the time, or if you were used to getting compliments all the time and they're no longer doing that, or they would spontaneously take you wherever to romance you for the night. I mean, that stuff still means something.
Yeah, you still gotta keep the spark and the fire going.
Yeah, I think that stuff still means something. I
You still
think,
gotta do a date night.
yeah.
Still gotta do a lot. And those, when things start changing like that, it's easy to fall out of love.
Right. And the thing is that
Easy.
I don't think people really understand, even when you're in committed relationships, you have to take the time to really put in the effort, especially the longer that you're in the relationship. I feel that you have to make sure that you don't change. Like, I think Music Soul Child said it best. I love you when your hair turns gray. I still want you if you gain a little weight, just as long as your love don't change.
Okay.
Because he talking about all of the small little things. Like, if I put a love note in your lunch when you went off to work, if I stop doing that all of a sudden, just randomly, that's a change in the love.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, certainly when
You know?
people change and don't put any effort into the relationship, it
Yeah.
could certainly make somebody fall out of love.
Yeah, because you just be like, okay, what I mean, I love you because of the history, not because of the present.
Right.
And I think people be in it, like fall out of love and they just love somebody. They love them for the history, not necessarily for the present. I feel like you're in love when everything is everything in the present.
I agree.
So I just think that, you have to really take the time to put in the effort to make sure, and that effort is what's going to make, to me, you fall in or out of love.
Yeah.
It's the effort.
Yeah. I agree. I
So,
agree.
so,
And
so
then I do think sometimes you got to lose somebody to, realize what you had. Because we
yeah,
all start taking things for granted, right?
yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Zuri's right. People can become content and forget. So, all you lovers out there, try not to forget. Try to
Yeah,
love in the present.
yeah. Try to love in the
Try to
present.
keep the spark going.
Yeah,
All you did, it what it took to get him or her.
yeah.
And when you feel like you've fallen out of love,
And this
spice
is
it back up.
and communicate about it. Like, I think people are afraid to communicate and say what it is that they need. Because if you feel that you're going that way, you simply can have a conversation. And if your mate truly loves you,
They'll try to fix it.
then they'll try to, remember the things that they did. It's like, I'm not asking you to do anything that you've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm asking is that you do what you've always done.
All right. Well,
So,
we are going to get into a 5-minute tip
okie dokie.
of the night.
So,
I hope you lovers out there keep it heart happy.
keep your heart happy. So, one of my favorite places to go is Costco.
Okay.
Okay. And so, I will tell you that I at times feel that Costco, you can go in there and you can spend $1 million, right?
Do it all the time.
But what I will tell you is that if you plan to get things like your paper products and
Okay.
stuff like that, so like your tissue, your paper towels, your plates, your plastic forks, and all these things that you use on a regular basis, it is way cheaper to buy them in bulk. You know what I'm saying? So I'll tell you a story real quick that'll take less than 5 minutes, but I like Angel Soft tissue, right? And so I found that the Kirkland's tissue is the exact same ply as Angel Soft.
Okay.
Angel Soft in the grocery store is $19.79 for a
For the paper.
18 roll, right? At Costco, 30 Kirkland brand tissue is $19.79.
Okay.
So how about that?
That sounds good because paper products are extremely
And
expensive.
you cannot go without them.
And so I do buy them at Costco. So Shantae just saved us some money, guys.
Yeah, because that you can definitely go to the grocery store twice and spend $40 and get that same $40 for 20 at Costco. So
All right.
check it out.
Well, check it out. Look into it. Save yourself some money.
Yep.
So that's our time. You guys have been fabulous.
As always.
We will see you next week, same day, same time.
And if you want to catch us on the replay, you can always do that through Facebook or YouTube. And guys, you guys are killing it on Facebook, watching us over and over and over again. So we appreciate all the love.
All the love. And if you have any topics or anything you want to discuss, hit us up at
Tea and Fangs with a Z at gmail.com.
All right.
We love you. Peace.
I'm out.